your time right now is so precious. It's more valuable than ever. So when you get one of those jobs that's going to have a big quoting process, you're probably setting it aside and going, oh, I'll grow into that, or I'll do that later. I'll do that next time. I'll do one of those jobs next time. So rather than that, you have here people who have tools and resources and a style and a way, a system to get those orders put together, to get them out the door. So I think you're going to find within this collection here and the resources on your thumb drive something, like I said, one conversation that can transform your process. So this is to help you move forward into more and more successful bid and permit situations.
Is there a bid opening schedule? And if there's a bid opening schedule, try to participate in it. You usually be able to, because you could learn what everybody else bid and kind of where you fall. I will tell you this, on the open bids we've submitted for like schools, we do a lot of school projects. We typically are right around the middle, but there's a couple bids that we were actually the higher bidder that we won. And the reason we won the bid is because we have a good relationship with a very large contractor, and they doubted the ability of the other sign company to be able to do the project. So they actually came back to us, and we got the project.
In general, the term communication is our theme for the year, not just on large projects, but it is, our folks will tell you, anytime we're together on an official meeting or unofficial, we're always talking about communicating. Us to our customers, just a side note, I think this week we had a customer call us. It went to voicemail. We actually called them back. That was their words. I think it was like a half a dozen sign companies they had called. Nobody called them back. And we were the ones to call them back. And we hear that weekly. I mean, it's shocking. I don't know why, but we hear that all the time.
It started February 2020, and we went through the processing with the county with permitting. We had a gentleman inside that was helping us out, that was helping us get the permit going forward. He was our hero and our villain, because we got the permit going. He says, okay, it's good to go. Go ahead and you guys can go ahead and start building. We'll get the permit over to you. Cool. So we're getting the signs built, and our fabricator says, where's your card? I'm like, let me check on that. Called in. The gentleman had quit, and our paperwork was still on his desk. So it didn't go to the engineering department at the County of Santa Barbara. And I told the guy, I said, we got our sign built. We're ready to come up there. And the guy looked at it, and I sent him the email chain on this because I told him what had happened, and it was spelled out exactly as I said it. He goes, get up here tomorrow with 3 sets of plans. Is there anything you need on this? And he goes, yeah, add this, 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 and this. So I'm like fixing the plans, printing them out. And it's a 4-hour drive up to Santa Barbara, actually Santa Maria from Torrance. So I roll in at 8 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. So I go over to this job site, talk to the GC, and he's like, whoa, we didn't expect you up here. I'm like, yeah, well, I came just kind of see what's going on. And it was nowhere close to ready to go. But we told him that the permit was an issue. We were going to have it next week. And he says, impossible. It'll be 2 to 3 months. Tuesday morning, I got a call, get up here and get your plans. Things can happen if you have people that will help you. Talk to them, and communicate. And the communication thing, I didn't continue my communication with the one guy because it was like, okay, he said go, and I did. I didn't check in. That was my bad. Lesson learned.
It doesn't matter if it's a $1 million project, or if it is a monument sign, or if it is whatever that is. It's such a visual industry, right? People want to love what they're looking at. And so fast forward 3 years later, the same lady calls me. I was probably number 3 in her bid list. She's like, who else should I call? So I need third price because the owner is asking for 3, right? The whole bidding thing. But I come back with the design on the right. This is a different property, right? So we did a super nice 3D renders. We put a lot of effort in that, and I had a bad price. My price was really high. I knew that. I knew my price was bad. And she calls me 2 hours later, same thing. I'm like, okay, there we go. She's like, the owners love your design. They want to do this with you. They love what you're doing. Your design is 10 times better than everybody else's. There's a little problem. Your price is too high. And at that point, you go, okay, that's a different conversation to have. Where do we need to be? Let's figure something out. So we did that monument sign. We did all the interior signage for the property, and we did 2 more properties for the same group in the past 2 years. One of the things that we bring to the table is that we like to position our company as an extension of your company, of your design department, or helping with bringing to the table layouts and drawings that either you don't have the capabilities to make, or you don't have the time to make, or if you have your designers overworked, we can help you with the overflow. We do have an online platform that is fully targeted for signage. So once you log into your account, you choose what type of signs you want, and all the questions related to those signs will be asked. So if you just started, for example, you're not really sure what you look for a channel letter or monument sign, Wizard will kind of guide you through, and tell you and ask, is this front or halo lit? Is it on a raceway? Does it have backer, spacers, all those things? Trim color, cap color, trim cap color, return colors, how deep is your return? All those things are part of our online interface. This is a monument sign, for example, and it's asking you what kind of material that is, what kind of illumination, single-sided, double-sided. You do the permitting research, tell me how big it can be and how big the copy inside that monument can be. You can upload all the files or assign people. If you don't want to write anything, you have everything on a napkin, again, take a picture, send that to us. We understand.